Alright guys, 413 Bros back for another video. Today is going to be part 2 of the timing chain and, well, replacement. So, last video, we took the engine apart. This video, we're going to replace all the timing components. The guides, the tensioner, the chain, the phasers. First things first, we have to put it on top dead center. So, I'm going to throw you guys on a hyperlapse and hope you enjoy. Alright, so that was a quick hyperlapse of me putting it on top dead center, and it was wrong. I was looking at it. They weren't lined up at all. See how there's a notch there, and then there's a line there? They're supposed to be facing the way that they are, and then you're supposed to have that yellow dot on that one, and the yellow dot on that one up. So they weren't. But I had the chain set so that it was on top dead center. Well, I forgot this timing chain has never been done. So coming from the factory, you can't go off the chain. These idiots at the factories, they just throw the chain on and move on. So what you actually have to do is, I noticed afterwards on the pulley, let me see if I can get it, right here, there is a little notch. Come on, phone. There's a little notch right there. They put that in there to show that it was top dead center. And there's a mark on the valve cover that has a T with a dash right there. So you need to have them lined up for it to be on top dead center. So that's what they did from the factory. So all I did was I put the pulley back on and I spun it until it was in that general direction to see if these would line up. Well, the first time I spun it, it didn't line up. Second time, it did. I just had to keep twisting it until it all lined up here. So now I'm going to take it all apart, and put it back together. Alright guys, so it is only me recording, so it makes things a little bit tougher camera-wise, but so I'm just going to explain what I'm going to do. I can't really put wrenches up here to hold the cams, so I'm just going to go for it. Pray to God that they don't spin. I may put something on there just to line them up and show where they are, but I think I'm just going to go for it. But I'm going to take those two plastic guides, the tensioner off, which is all down there. It's kind of hard to see on the video. There's the tensioner, two plastic guides, rip the chain off, put the chain back on, put the guides back on. But before I do that, I have to replace the phasers. So, yeah, here we go. I'm going to do it all on hyperlapse, and then after the hyperlapse, I will explain what I did in what order. Alright, see you guys after. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the timing is complete. So, what I did is I started off by taking the guides to loosen the chain. Then I took off the tensioner. Then I took the chain off. I made sure nothing moved. When I took the chain off, the intake sprung ahead. So that tells me that that phaser was shot and it was over advancing itself. So not only that, when I had it on top dead center, the chain was tight, but when I spun it around, it was loose up top. So the chain was shot as well. Everything about the timing was bad. So when I took the phasers off, right, I took the phasers off, put them back on. When I had to put the chain back on, I actually had to put the wrenches on and kind of adjust it to get the markings set up. Now the markings on this one were really small, so I just marked them with Sharpie. This one, they're actually pretty defined. So I spun it to make sure that it was good. They're both dead in line. The two black links match on both of the marks. There is a gold link down below, which, yeah, let me see if I can get down there to show you. Oh. So you can see the mark on the crankshaft is lined up with the gold link. So I put all that back on. I got the phasers on. I got the chain lined up. I put the guides on through the tensioner and last, and she is all aligned. So the only thing I have left to do is to put the pulley back on, spin it by hand to make sure that it all lines back up after a couple turns. But I think it's a win. If it's aligned that easy, it should be good. So I think that's a wrap. That's part 2. Stay tuned for part 3, where we go over the whole process of putting it back together. Thank you guys, and see you next time.